So many guys out there are so afraid to do this, and when they hear about you and other guys that went over and came back alive and successful, then they're like, oh, well, maybe this isn't just a big scam. Maybe this is real.
It is not a scam. It definitely is not a scam.
It's not. I mean, you could always find women that might play games. I mean, you're dealing with real people, right? So, sometimes you might run into something like that. But, for the most part, it's just people trying to meet each other, and what happens, happens. And,
that's what I found, too. Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're so... and my wife-to-be, she was so genuine, so kind. I mean, it was hard not to fall in love with her.
Most of the women are professional daters, right? So my friend said, Bud, I hear you saying for every one nice guy, but what about all the professional daters? Okay, here's the intersection where they meet. And yes, it's absolutely true. We're not the only game in town. And for every nice guy, I promise you, like it or not, I guarantee you, quite frankly, if you talk to the women, talk to the agencies, talk to the interpreters, they'll back this up 100%. For every one nice guy, 10 complete knuckleheaded guys have gone. The women are incredibly smart, sophisticated, educated, feminine women. They have so much to offer women that are highly successful. It's absolutely true that there are knuckleheaded men that go all over the world and do knuckleheaded stuff. And then the women in the agencies hear about knuckleheaded behavior. So professional daters, where did that come from? I love that whole idea of the professional dater. Now I'm going to tell you right now where my friend is right, is that there are scams. There are women who will waste your time. There absolutely are. And there are agencies that will help women to waste your time. There are many, many, many more good women who won't waste your time. And all you have to do to meet the right women and not meet the wrong women is just keep it real, my friend. That's all you have to do. Date women who are appropriate for you in age and in other ways. I'm telling you, that's it. Hey, just because you meet somebody doesn't mean she's going to like you romantically. She may like you. She may think you're interesting. Sometimes, I guarantee you, we go out on a date, we want it to be romantic, but it doesn't get romantic. But she's not doing anything wrong. I mean, she didn't take you to the most expensive restaurant. You just went to a restaurant. And she would talk to you, and she was there. She was present for the date. She was interested in you on some level. It just didn't get romantic. That's very typical. It's quite possible for two people to meet each other and like each other in a whole bunch of ways, just not in a romantic way. Just because you meet a girl at a social doesn't necessarily mean she's going to like you romantically. It's not an exact science, guys. Also, just because a girl meets you at a social doesn't mean you're going to like her romantically. That's human behavior. That makes sense, right? And you watch the men meeting the women, and you can see there are obviously a lot of men and women meeting each other, and there's a great, look at that, there's a great deal of like going on, right? You can see it. But it's not an exact science where everybody likes everybody. Just because you go out on a date with somebody doesn't mean it's going to go romantic. It may not be what you expected or hoped for. It may not be what she expected or hoped for. What I find is that many, many guys, and I do a lot of tours, guys, and I have fabulous, fantastic guys on my tours, and they know I love them. They know I do. How many of these women are professional daters? I believe that there are women that will date men they're not interested in romantically, but would like to get to know and practice their English and have a nice evening out. I think women should be more honest sometimes and tell the guy, you know what, I like you as a person, I think you're interesting, let's go out, let's see what happens. But then again, a lot of women would tell you at the social events, how do I know if I like the guy romantically or not until we go out on a date? How do I know based on a little bit of conversation at a social event if I like the guy romantically? I'm here to meet somebody. I like his appearance, but there's more to it than that, right? We have to be right for each other. Doesn't that make sense? Of course it does. So you meet and you talk and you get to know each other and you're positive and you're smiling and you're friendly and you're laid back. Then you go out on dates. You're going to date a lot of women, guys. You go out on those dates, you have great first dates. Some, not all, of those first dates will become second dates. And some of those second dates will become third dates. And let's face it, you can only marry one, right? I believe.
Interested? Learn more at... If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Then click on the notice bell to get notified every time we add something new.